So guys, instead of telling you what I'm going to be doing in the taper and the run up to this event in Poland, I'm actually going to just like show you through the next few days, as opposed to just telling you like how to taper for an event. So because I've been on the indoor trainer for the last few days, because my road bike is with the team already to get it out there, less stress for me, and that's one big thing I will talk about over the next few days. But this is my new and improved kind of trainer area. My parents have allowed me to take over the conservatory, which I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. I mean, it's a great thing, but the bad thing is in the evening when the sun comes over, it is absolutely scorching in here. And the only ventilation I have at the minute is this dodgy fan, which keeps me very humbled, I have to say. Let me show you it. So this is the fan. Excuse the stuff in here, it's just like, but here's the fan. It's being held on by this like very cool cable tie contraption, but this is an old bike stand, maintenance stand that still works. The great thing about it is I can actually adjust the height of it, and you're probably wondering why is it on there. It's on there because it doesn't have a stand itself, it's snapped off, but it's still like very high powered fan, so it works really well. My little workstation, not all the time, but kind of like it. Man, I need to run the dust in here again. We've been doing a lot of maintenance stuff, so like sawdust and that is building up, which I need to wipe that off. I'm useless. Anyway, so I've got a TV here, which makes kind of racing on Zwift and stuff easier, and seeing my numbers and everything is a lot easier for the workouts and the sessions. This bad boy here is from the guys over at Cycling Hub for me to race on CV Arcade, which I'm really excited on doing. I'm going to try it out tonight. That should be really fun. And then like down here is like all of our cables and like our multi-sockets and stuff. So, and then of course the bike on the Wahoo, which is next to an old stationary bicycle that we never use anymore, but I now use it to stand things on. and this is my toolkit, which I put under the front wheel. Great, innit? So that is my current setup. It's very, very basic indeed, but we've done a few little bodges on it. I hope you enjoy it. Got a bit of urgent coaching to do this morning. One guy, he's just gone away recently. He's flown somewhere, I'm not sure where, but he only told me yesterday via email. So I'm jumping on this morning. In fact, it was late last night. I was actually in bed checking emails, which is a big no-no. Anyway, I'm just jumping on this morning and changing some things up for him. Or at least, because he said he doesn't know how long he'll be able to get on the bike this week. So I said what I'll do is I'll just plumb in some like odd workouts through the week. And I won't put any set hours. He can choose the hours, whatever he wants to do, and he can pick and choose the workouts, cherry pick them, whichever ones he wants to do. If he doesn't want to do them, you know, that's fair enough, because when you're traveling for work or for like for leisure, even though you don't have the bike, it's obviously very hard to balance everything. So I completely get that. That's kind of like part of what we're doing this week. Like we're traveling and our riding is kind of having to be rescheduled as well, which in fact I'll show you what I'm thinking on my training peaks right now. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a screen recording right here, then I'm going to shrink my face into the bottom corner so you don't have to see it anymore. So I'm basically going to talk to you about what's going on the screen right now. This weekend here, that's not right. That's not the race. The race is called something else. I thought we were doing another race, so forget it. Anyway, I messed up the name of it. So what I usually do is, you can see I've planned like quite far in advance there, but actually like I just generally make a rough sketch a few weeks in advance, and then as I get closer to the date, then I'll start filling in a bit more accurately. So for this week, I'm going to change today's ride from 3 hours to to 2 hours, but it's going to be the same TSS roughly. And the reason for that is it's just going to be more intense. We're still quite a few days out from the race. And it's a travel day tomorrow, Wednesday. So tomorrow I'm going to have to leave the house here at 6:45 in the morning. I get a train to Bristol, and then I get in a car from Bristol to Luton. And once at Luton Airport, we're flying at like 2:30. We arrive at like 6 or something. That's where the time change. So we won't really be riding tomorrow. So the idea is to have a slightly larger ride, maybe a 2-hour ride. I'd usually do an hour and a half, but 2 hours on Thursday with a few more efforts. So again, like that pre-race tune-up ride always kind of changes depending on travel, depending on like how you feel, depending on your circumstances. So if you're on a turbo, sometimes you have to do it on a turbo. I remember going to the Tour of Portugal, and we did an hour and a half on the turbos in the car park, like because we were in I think we were in Porto at the time, and like we were right in the city centre, and like to get out was just a nightmare. So that can happen. I know Scott Davis did like a pre-race Giro d'Italia ride on Zwift, I think. So yeah, it's all kind of subject to change really. But anyway, today's I'm gonna change it. So I'll do a split session. That allows me to get a little bit more done. So I'm going to do like an hour this morning and then an hour this evening. The efforts, because they'll be done on the turbo or the home trainer, whatever you want to call it, they're going to be a lot easier to get done than if I was out on the road, particularly on that bike that I just showed you. So, and the fact that we've got power on the home trainer. So I'm going to jump on Zwift this morning, and I'm going to do a session on Zwift, and then we're going to go, which will be on Strava for you to see, and then I'm going to do another session around 7 o'clock tonight, and that's on CV Arcade with the Cycling Club guys. It's my first time using it, so it's going to be pretty funny watching me use it for the first time. So yeah, that's it really. I thought I'd take you through that, because instead of like talking about a taper week, I'm actually showing you a taper week. I mean, so today's, you look at the fitness, fatigue and form, and it's funny how like some people like obviously that fitness number, if that was big, like 150 or 100 or 120, people think, wow, that's massive, massive, which you kind of expect like pros to have. But I've had some of my best performances where my fitness has been kind of between, I guess, 100 and like 115. That's just like personal thing, some people have their best performances when they're like 127 or something like that, but go away. My fatigue is quite low, which you kind of expect because I've been bouncing around all the Tour Series races, so it's very hard to kind of like train when you're travelling and then you're sleep deprived, so very hard to do it. My form is fine, it's a plus 10, which is absolutely fine. So in terms of the next few days, like tomorrow is a rest day, those obviously change because of today's workout. So form comes down, fatigue goes up slightly, fitness comes down because we're not actually pushing on as such, and then it drops again. But then when we get to the race, we're at kind of a good basic level. So hopefully all should be good, perfect planning coming into it, I hope. But that's it on paper. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you did enjoy, because I think this is something that I've never done before. I'll see you soon.